My name is Logan. The incident I'm about to tell you about happened to me when I was 12 years old. I grew up in Maine. It's something I've never been able to shake, something that shaped who I became, and something I never really talked about until now. This is the story of the man my family and I call the Smiley Faced Stalker. It started on a normal spring day. I lived in a small suburban neighborhood. Safe, quiet, the kind of place where you knew everybody on the block. I was riding my bike home from school. My backpack was slung over my shoulder. I noticed a car parked across the street from my house. It was an old sedan with faded paint and a dented bumper. I wouldn't have thought much of it except for the man inside. He looked out of place. Too old to be waiting for someone my age. Too still. Just sitting there with both hands on the wheel. And the weirdest part? He was smiling. Not like a friendly wave kind of smile. It was a fixed, unnatural, like someone told him, "Smile for the camera," and he never stopped. I remember feeling a chill crawl up my spine. I parked my bike, walked inside, and told my mom. She glanced out the window, but the car was gone. She said it was probably nothing, but it didn't feel like nothing. The next day, I saw the car again. Not near my house this time, but a few blocks from my school. It was parked on the other side of the road, and again, the man was inside, just sitting there, smiling. I kept walking to school, but faster now. I didn't tell anybody about the man. I figured maybe I was being paranoid. But the sightings kept happening. Once at the park, another time outside the local grocery store, always at a distance, and he was always smiling. Then one day, he wasn't in his car. I saw him on my way to a friend's house. I was heading to my friend Kyle's place. I had to cut through an alley behind the pharmacy. That's where I saw him, standing at the end of the alley, facing me. Just standing and smiling. He didn't move. He didn't say anything. He just watched me. I ran the rest of the way to Kyle's house. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept checking the window. My parents thought I was being dramatic. They said, "Probably just someone who lives nearby." But then, he started getting closer. One night, I found a smiley face drawn on our mailbox in black marker. The next day, another one appeared on the sidewalk in front of our house. Then I started getting notes, slipped into my backpack, left in the mailbox, under my bike seat, just pieces of paper with a hand-drawn smiley face. Sometimes the words, "I see you," or "nice ride," or "almost time" would also be written on the paper. I finally broke down and told my dad everything. He was furious and called the police. They listened, wrote up a report, but without proof or a license plate, there wasn't much they could do. Probably just a local prankster, they said. But I knew better. This was no prank. Weeks passed. I changed my routines. I stopped going to the park. My parents started driving me to and from school, but that didn't stop him. One day I was home alone. It was around 4 p.m., still daylight. I was in the living room when I heard a soft knock at the door. I peeked through the peephole. It was him. No car, no smile. Just standing there, eyes wide, breathing heavily. His hand lifted slowly, and he pointed directly at the door. At me. I froze. Then he turned and walked away. I locked every door and window, called my parents. I was shaking. When they got home, he was gone again. My dad drove around the block, but nothing. No car. No sign of him. A week later, I went to Kyle's house for a sleepover. I figured being with friends would help. Around midnight, we heard a noise outside his window. A scraping sound. We looked out and saw the guy standing there under the street lamp, holding something. It was a photo. He lifted it up, showing us from a distance. Then he pinned it to the lamppost and walked away. We waited until he was gone, then ran outside. The picture was of me, taken from a distance. I was on my bike. It was from a few days earlier. We called the cops. This time they took it more seriously. They found tire tracks and partial fingerprints, but still nothing they could trace. After that night, he disappeared, just gone. No more notes, no car, no sightings. But I never felt safe again. Every creak in the house, every face in a crowd, I always checked, and I still do. I'm 27 now, and I haven't seen him in years. But last week, I found a note on my windshield. Just a smiley face. So if you ever see someone just watching you, smiling for no reason, don't assume it's nothing. Sometimes it's the beginning of something much worse.